So just like the previous slide stated, when we have an equation mat that has these two lines down the middle, that is stating that this expression over here is equal to this expression over here. Now, the way that we make sure that these are equal is it'll be the value of x that we find out through this process. So we get to use those legal moves that we used before to simplify this. However, there's a whole nother aspect of it since they are equal. So we're going to start in the same fashion of writing down the left expression and the right expression just as we see it as the original. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same move that I do the first one that I always do, flip it over, and I'm going to flip it over and flip it over. Remember when we flip across this line though, that it changes the shade. So it changed from negative to positive when it flipped from the negative side to the positive side. Same with this one, was positive. Now that I flipped it to a different side, it's negative. Flip it to this side, now this one's positive. I need to write down the expression that's done, and my explanation is going to be flip. My next step is going to be making zeros. So anywhere where I see a positive and a negative on the same side is I can make a zero pair out of those. So that's where you'll take your scribble tool and just circle them. On this app here, I can put them aside though. And remember that is called zero pairs. So now I'm going to write down the expression on each side, which on that side is simply 4, and on this side, simply 2x minus 2. In this situation, I don't have same tiles on the sides, so I can't do the same tile toss. But what I do need to do is get all of the x's on one side and all of the singles on the other side. That is what's different about now that we have an equal mat. So I need to flip again, but it's going to be similar to this. However, now it's going side to side. I already have all of the x's on this side, so now I need to get all of the singles onto this side. In order to do that, I need to flip this over and flip the sign. So it used to be negative, now it's positive. Used to be negative, now it's positive. All of my x's are on this side, all of the single tiles are on this side. So my left expression is 6, and my right expression is 2x. I did a flip. So now that I have two x's, what would the value of x be to make these equal? They have to be the same number. So if I split this into two piles, I have x equals 3. See how in two piles, just like this, x then equals 3. 3x. Another way to do this, if you're looking at it numerically, is that you take the 6 divided by 2, because you want to only have one x left. So, or you split it into the number of piles for the correct amount of x's. So here I can tell that x equals 3. If we look at this original expression and instead change all of the x's to 3, let's see if they equal each other. So here it is. Instead of doing an x tile, it's all single tiles. So since we found out that x equals 3, there's 3 singles. So I'm going to go ahead and do the flip move to make this easier for us. So here I am flipping them, and now that I've flipped them, if I count them, I'll notice that they are all equal. I'm going to make 0 pairs and toss the correct amount. So there are 0 pairs, and you can see